Don't Take Sports Talk, 5 minutes with the Watch Brothers. Coming up on the show, we're going to discuss last night's big game between Notre Dame and the Texas Longhorns. We'll discuss the scores, what happened, what's our take on it. Coming up next. All right, this is it. This is it, ladies and gentlemen. Another episode, Double Take Sports Talk 5 good minutes with the Watch Brothers. Thank you for tuning in. I'm Daryl. Of course, on the other side, the opposite side of me. Say hello to Darren Watch, everyone.
My pen act like it don't want to work. Good day, everybody. Good day. Good day.
Yeah, of course. Thinking about that pen.
Pen act like it don't want to work.
I didn't even bring my pen. I left that sucker at home. Ain't that something? Oh well. Anyway, all right. We got Notre Dame and Texas today as our 5 good minutes.
It was a very interesting game.
It was a very interesting game. You ready to rock this one?
Let's do this.
All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, our 5 minutes starts now.
All right. The Texas Longhorns pulled a double overtime upset victory over Notre Dame last night, 50-47. Now, if I was Texas, Darren, and I think you would agree to when I say this, even though the Texas Longhorns celebrated the win, but I would not be satisfied with that win.
Oh, God, no.
Because you had a 31-14 lead at halftime.
31-14?
Yeah. They built a 31-14 second half lead before the Irish came back and scored 3 touchdowns.
See, that right there, you can't do that against
you
better teams than
no.
that. You can't do that.
You can't do that. That's why they call the Fighting Irish for a reason.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
They'll fight. And that's exactly what they did. 31-14. Mm-hmm. 31-14. And in my book, Texas blew the game.
Yeah, they really blew the game. I don't care if they won. I don't care if they did win that game. They blew it.
No, yeah, they blew it.
Exactly. Deshaun Kaiser, 15 for 24, 215 yards, 5 touchdowns with a quarterback rating of 90.6.
That's very interesting.
None of their running backs had more than 100 yards. Texas, Deonta Foreman, 24 carries, 131 yards, and 1 touchdown.
Wow.
You have the Fighting Irish. None of their players have gotten over 100 yards in either receptions or rushing yards. But the main point of it all is the fact that they worked as a team to make a fighting effort, to make it a game. They made it a game.
I mean, in Notre Dame, they're the team that always do that. They're always the team that when they struggle in the first half, second half, it just seemed like they just tell the opponents, we're just getting a warm up, we're just letting y'all just take this lead, but don't get too comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly what it seems like, because it seems like they always find a way to come back.
But do this, considering that they lost, do this bring a damper on their season already, or do you expect them to still do big things?
I still expect them to do big things, but my problem with Notre Dame up to this point, even though they're the team to come back and win, and they still come back to lose, I still believe that even though they will still do big things, but they will have to be more careful on how this comes about, because they can face any disciplined team and it could all go away from them. It could just be all taken away from them. So I just think that even though that they're good when they're behind and they're good when they're ahead, sometimes you just can't take that type of stuff for granted.
You can't take it for granted, and I'm not going to take it for granted. But I don't think this puts a damper in their season at all. In fact, I think this will only motivate them and encourage them, because they can fight and they always have been able to fight.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I would look at this as a learning curve and move on.
So what do you think about Texas, being them being a unranked team. Do you see any potential in them moving forward towards this season?
I actually don't. I think this was a luck thing.
I think it's going to be more of an up and down type of season for Texas, especially by them being unranked, and they have a lot of work to do if they want to get back to, where they was when they was ranked.
Because they blowing that 17-point lead is the reason why y'all are unranked.
Exactly.
Y'all unranked for a reason, and it sure ain't because.
And their performance, their performance just haven't been the same. I could always think back to 2006 when Vince Young was playing for them. They had a good program. They was better than, in my personal opinion, what they are now.
So you think they were better with Vince Young?
No, I'm just saying that the 2006 Texas Longhorns was better than this year's Texas.
Because of Vince Young? Or
not necessarily because of Vince Young. It's just because of the program that they ran.
And
I don't know if it's the same program that's been running now, but I just think that there was a lot more smarter players on the team versus now. That's just me. Notre Dame is what they call them is the Dallas Cowboys America's team.
Yeah.
For college football. That's pretty big because everybody loves Notre Dame. I'm not a big fan of them. I'm a fan of Purdue.
I am not a big fan of any college football team.
If I had to choose between any Indiana team, it'd be Purdue. It would be Purdue.
Yeah. I don't have a particular favorite one. I don't.
Of course you don't. You never do.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's our 5 minutes. Thank you for listening to this show.
You can check us out on the social media side to listen to more of our podcasts. You follow us on Twitter at DTST2414. Like us on Facebook, Double Take Sports Talk page at The Watch Brothers. Subscribe on YouTube and also subscribe to our podcast on the podcast app featuring iTunes. Of course, we have a new blog, featuring critical thinking and analysis. Check that out at doubletakesporttalk.blogspot.com. And that is a wrap for today's show. Of course, I'm Daryl. On the other side of me is Darren.
Yes, sir.
Catch up with us on another one. In the meantime,
ciao.